You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about Cam Ward. All right. Cam Ward last night coming out, making his preseason debut in his second season. And I brought this up last year. This is the first time I brought it up. Did a reaction against Shedeur Sanders where I literally came out and said, are we sure that Shedeur Sanders doesn't look better than Cam Ward? Are we sure? And, of course, Cam Ward was the number one overall pick. Now, the thing to remember about that, had it been the Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels draft, Cam Ward would have been the fourth or fifth or sixth quarterback taken in that class, right? I mean, I don't know. I mean, he was considered in that J.J. McCarthy, Bo Nix kind of area. And let's be honest, Bo Nix looks a lot better than Cam Ward right now. So Robert Saleh had some words last night. Now, I just dropped the Steelers video, and I said the other day when I dropped the Cardinals video, how do you know a young quarterback looks like he belongs? Well, can he throw the short to intermediate passing? Does the moment look too big? Is he nailing his layups? All of this kind of thing. Getting in and out of the huddle, making the right checks, just not looking overwhelmed. Is he playing slow instead of fast, which is something Robert Saleh brought up? Drew Aller looks the part. Will Howard looks the part. Carson Beck looks the part. Cam Ward does not look the part. I had my concerns. I did not think he played all that well at all last year. And the looming elephant in the room is the 2027 loaded National Football League draft. And I think last night, Robert Saleh making these comments is the first little tidbit that has been thrown out there. Obviously, look, Brian Daboll, Robert Saleh's had some talks amongst themselves about Cam Ward, and there's been times, as I went back to look through training camp footage, he hasn't looked great. And that's a concern. They played the Niners last night. Cam Ward led a first drive that covered 95 yards, and it ended with a touchdown. Okay. But from there on out, it was not good. Ward stayed in the game for 3 series. The Titans picked up 15 yards while punting twice. He finished the night 5 of 12 for 57 yards. Quote, I felt like his decisions were right. It just felt like he was a little more sped up, more than he had been in camp. It's the first time with live bullets. It looked like his mechanics were a little more sped up than it has been, which is good because we can go correct it, which is what the preseason is for. I'm sure he'll be back at it and see that the protection was pretty good. And he could have went through the process a little bit better. That's not good. I mean, I believe the Titans and the Niners may have had joint practices. There's the stats. Cam Ward last night. I mean, yeesh. What the hell is that? What in the hell was that? Not good.
Here is Cam.
All right, not good. Let's just look a little bit. Yeesh. Yeah, that's not too bad. All right. Great. Not good. That's a layup pass. That's an easy completion. Okay. Yikes. Yeesh. Yeah, I got to tell you, there's a world where that pass right there is a pick six for 95 yards. You know, 100 yards. Yeesh. It not good. I mean, wow. To that was a pass, by the way. That slant route you just saw, that was a pass Cam Moore, Drew Aller and Will Howard knocked down the other night, last night. Carson Beck knocked that slant down. You got to be able to easily hit that pass in the National Football League. Jared Stillman.
This is what I told you I was seeing at OTAs. And this is what everybody in the local media got on my ass for, saying, oh, Jared, it's only May. I'm not going to get worked up about shorts and T-shirts in May. You mean the quarterback can't put the ball where it's supposed to go?
You better get worked. If he looks like shit in mini camps, yeah, you better get worked up about it. Going into his second damn season? You know what, Jared Stillman, let me follow. You better be worked up. Fucking local media.
The number one pick at quarterback cannot put the ball where it is supposed to go. And you don't think that's a problem. So that's the first thing. I tried to tell you guys, and I am fascinated what the narrative is going to be.
Yeah, I think this is a huge story. It's a huge story. If he hasn't looked good going all the way back to mini camp, and he hasn't looked good in training camp, and he looked like shit last night against the electrical substations of San Francisco, and yeah, the Niners are my team, but you got a lot of backups and a niche playing in that game. Look at the easy passes. If he's not knocking down the layups, the easy stuff, the blatant just little out to the flat, oh shit, not accurate. That little pass where he took it, flung it right over to the side, missed. These are bad signs for somebody that is going into his second year as a potential franchise quarterback. And I watched him play 3 or 4 times last year, and I was like, yeah, I guess if you squint, there's some okay stuff here. And like I said, when it was head-to-head between the 5th-round pick Shedeur Sanders and him last year, I was watching going, are we sure Shedeur is not better? I thought Shedeur looked every bit as good as Cam Ward. And this is nothing about Shedeur, but I'm just making a comparison to somebody in that class. Yeesh. I guess we'll see. You know what the Titans are going to want? A shiny, good franchise quarterback for that stadium that's being built right now in Nashville. And I saw your backup last night. Yeesh. Mitchell Trubisky. Yeesh. It could, and it sucks, it could be a long year for Robert Saleh. And I am rooting for that SOB like crazy to prove that the Jets thing was a Jets thing, not a I'm just a defensive coordinator thing. I hope that's not, because this is a good staff. Saleh's head coach, Brian Daboll, is offensive court. Shit, you should look improved. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.